Hello, happy Friday, everybody. I just published a new blog post and I wanted to just share a few details about that. A lot of times when I'm doing consultations with couples to determine whether therapy is a right fit for them, one of the things that I hear often is that they've never done this before. They're not really sure what to expect. And a lot of times with that comes some uncertainty over whether or not this is actually going to work. And so I decided I'd put together some thoughts on how couples can become the most successful when it comes to the therapy that they're receiving. So there's a few things just to keep in mind as you're considering whether or not therapy is right for you and your partner. So here's 5 things that help couples to become most successful with the treatment that they're receiving. First off is successful couples are committed to the process. Obviously, if you're entering this kind of half-heartedly, you're not going to get as much out. A lot of times people shop for therapists kind of like they're window shopping, for clothes or something else, not really committed to actually walking out the door with something. If you commit yourselves to this process, obviously you're going to be much more successful. So I would encourage you to really consider whether or not this is something that you really want. And if your partner really wants it, that's definitely going to increase the chances that you feel great about what you're receiving. Secondly, successful couples focus on themselves rather than focusing on one another and attacking and criticizing each other. If you can focus on what you need to change, gaining awareness about yourself, that's going to increase the chances that you feel better because you only have control over yourself. The more you focus on changing the other person, the more frustrated you're going to feel. You're going to walk out feeling like nothing has actually happened because you don't know what the other person is dealing with. Whereas when you're focusing on yourself, the changes that you need to make, you tend to feel better because you're in control. You're in control of the changes that you need to make. On the flip side, successful couples also get really curious about their partners. We all carry things inside us that are difficult to disclose, especially if things are tense in the relationship. And so successful couples are ones where you can really seek understanding and try to deepen what you know about the other person. If you enter this therapeutic process, really curious, kind of like you put your detective hat on and you're looking for clues and you're just asking more questions to deepen that understanding, saying things like, okay, I didn't realize that. Tell me more what you mean by this, or help me to understand when you said such and such. Getting curious like that is going to help you to feel like you're really gathering the best information to know what to do next with. Additionally, successful couples acknowledge that there are other perspectives. In any given situation, both you and your partner are going to see things differently. The goal is not to have the exact same understanding of what happened, but rather to understand how your partner sees what happens. Successful couples are able to acknowledge that they may have just experienced something differently. There's no way around that. We're two different people with two different lenses. We each have history and baggage, positive and negative things that influence the way that we see what's going on. We attach meaning to that. And so successful couples are able to acknowledge that there's more than one perspective. And then finally, the most successful couples are the ones who take what they're gathering in counseling, the insights that they're gaining, and actually put it to use. It doesn't help to just come in for an hour and process through things together. You've got to leave the therapy office and put the tools to use that you're gaining. And so those are 5 key things. If you want to feel successful in couples counseling, feel free to click the link here, read the blog if you want a little bit more details. I'd love to know your thoughts. And if there's something that I can help you with, you and your partner, feel free to reach out, complete the Work With Me questionnaire, and we can kind of go from there to see whether or not therapy with me is a really good fit for you.